Welcome to another episode of Against the Clock. Today, we're going to be following up on leads that were sent out from LOIs yesterday, and then we're going to be generating some new LOIs. So let's get to it. All right, let me share my screen. And we are off to the races. Let's do it. Okay. So share my screen. Yesterday I said I was going to do this ahead of time, but apparently I didn't. Okay. So I am going to be looking through my email and seeing what kind of responses we get. So one response I got from an LOI that was sent out yesterday, I believe, 4314. Okay, so this was this Dallas, Texas one. It says, I'm reaching out to my client regarding this more unusual offer. I will get back to you once we've talked. Okay, so we'll wait to hear back on what's going on with that one. Let's keep pumping through. The seller would like to go with buyer financing. Okay, so that one's pretty dead. 0128. All right, so we're going to change the status. This is dead. We got a response. When did we get this response? The 22nd. Okay. I'm going to change that response date. And this was at 12:43 p.m. Change that too. Okay. This is dead. They want not interested in creative terms. Okay, so we got that off our sheet. All right, so that's dead. Moving on to the next one. I've consulted with the seller and they decided against this type of financing. If you want to do a conventional loan, sellers would be interested in talking further. Let's go ahead and respond to this. Hi, Ruth. Thank you for the reply. I am only interested in pursuing creative seller finance type of opportunities as it allows me to scale my portfolio quicker. I have over 200 doors. And so I will have to pass on this one. If you have any other listings where this type of deal structure might be a good fit, would love to chat about those opportunities. And send. Now, to scale that out, I could probably create these canned email responses, which I probably should do at some point. One reply I got back was just a straight no. Super helpful. Really love the feedback. This is the 22nd. Okay. Oh. Is there an asshole agent status in here? No, not yet. Okay. We can add that later, I guess. Not interested. So that way we're tracking that in our dashboard for our metrics. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. My seller and I are concerned to open this about spyware, etc. All I did was send a PDF. I'm very confused. If you want to submit an offer, please do it in email or set up a showing. The seller does not wish to negotiate heavily at this time and does not open to seller financing or rent to own. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and update that one. Accidentally clicked on that. Let me back out of that. 1403 16th Street. Okay. That was today. So that was actually pretty soon. I'm just going to leave it there. Not interested. Boom. Moving on. Okay. So that's pretty much the updates from yesterday. So I am going to go through and let's see what we've done so far. A lot of these deals that I've been underwriting have just been kind of playing around. Let's see, I've only sent out 60 LOIs and I need to start following up with people, but that takes a lot of time. So that's where I'm going to start introducing more AI to follow up with them. Okay. Let's see. No response. Still going through emails. I think I got them all. Okay, cool. All right. So now we're going to go and hit some different markets. We're going Deal Sauce. Okay. Let's go check some market rents in some of the areas. Get a feel for the market here. Probably too bad. It's pretty it's pretty high. I don't know if you can LTR in that kind of market. That would be cool, staying at this baseball stadium. Okay, we're going to see what we can come up with in Knoxville. We're going to go filters. I'm just going to do single family. I am just going to do active. I'm going to go 110,000 to 320,000. I can never tell without the commas. Okay, cool. Wait. Yes, that's right. All right, so on market, we want equity. I'm going to say minimum of 40%. Let's see what that narrows down our search results to. We got 445 search results. Okay. Would I follow up with them even though they said no today? That's all personal decision, I would think. I personally, if they said no, then I would just move on. Honestly, just dead deal. But yeah, I mean, most people would probably continue tracking that to see if there's interest. But if I'm just getting straight up no, because that no could obviously turn into a yes, but I'm not necessarily specifically targeting that. How would we continue to make use of that? Let me think on that. Okay. I'm not sure why this list is showing empty. What's going on here? Okay. That was user error. All right. So I'm going to add these to send it to my portfolio. We're going to go to my portfolio. Give that a second. Okay, so we should just be waiting here. While we're doing that, so these are all LOIs that I've sent that we're just waiting on answers. No answers yet, at least according to the system. Okay. Oh, cool. That call failed. Did I write down the right number? Let's see. Let me see. I must have wrote down the wrong number. 3.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 81237486880 is not available. The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
Hell yeah, that's an agent that wants to make some money. Don't answer the phone and have your mailbox full. Let's go. Okay, I really need I need to build in this drip campaign of email responses. I would like to think that that file has downloaded by now, but let's see. Today at 10. Okay, yeah, that's the file. So it downloads as a zip file from DealSauce, and then I'm going to take that, and that's what I'm going to use to upload. I've been working on this new and improved uploader, which I will be releasing today. All right, so let's go into that. So this file, and it should just auto detect what it is coming from. It seems to be working pretty well from my testing. So this is going to be deal sauce template. And so here's the template. We got 445 properties. And wow, that's actually pretty good. There's only 12 of them that are missing rents. So what I could do here is select, man, I need to make sure that this is selecting all. That's quite annoying. I'll run through the Renometer API and get the comps on these. I'll just select these real quick. There's only 12, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, cool. So now we have rent comps on everything, and then we can just start underwriting. Then we can see which ones have passed or failed. I would suspect a lot are going to fail. It's actually surprising that there's even any coming back as passing, because it seemed like a little bit of a kind of like on the, not quite an LTR restricted market, but it looked like the rents were a little high. So it'll be interesting to see what comes back. So we can see, 7 so far have passed, failed, going through that, and just sit here and waiting. I'm trying to make this to where you don't have to sit here on the screen and wait, and you can navigate away from it. Right now, I believe it continues to pop up, because that's not ideal. One other way around is you could just copy and paste, open up a new tab, and then just continue, underwriting deals or making phone calls or whatever. So I guess I could do that technically. So this is what I was saying. You could just open up another tab while that's running and running through. So you see, it will take a little bit of time because it's literally running through and underwriting every single deal, passing or failing. Okay, so let's keep following up with. I did a poor job at tracking what I was following up with, which was here. I can't remember which deal this was. It was this one. Called. Agent didn't answer. Mailbox is full. If I wanted to set a reminder for myself, I could do that for, let's say, I don't know why I would want to follow up with this person, but I could set that reminder for myself for tomorrow. And just keep working through the list. I'm going to get rid of some of these Dallas leads. I'm working on releasing this later today, if I can get this to work properly. So still working on that. All right, let's check on this. So we got 31 have passed and 87 have failed so far is where we're at. We're about a third of the way in on underwriting all of these deals individually, one by one. So you can see it's running through them, running through the whole list. So we're right here on the list. Yeah, it's just plugging away. And then this should be working pretty well. I spent a lot of time working on this yesterday. Nice breakdown of what's going on, of how we're coming up with the match score and the underwriting and all that stuff. Yeah, seems to be Seems to be working pretty well so far. So I'm actually going to hit a different market too. Let's see. I don't have co-living ready yet, so I'm not going to hit Phoenix yet. I'm still looking at LTR markets. I would say Houston's a pretty big market. I could hit Houston. Okay, so we're going to do the same exact search. I'm going to do 40% equity, active on market, 110,000. I'm going to do 285 this time. It's kind of bugging out on me here. All right. So, ooh, that seems like a lot. 2,000? Hold on, let's just double check, make sure our filters are correct. So we got single family, equity, active. Okay, wow. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a pretty large market there. I wasn't expecting that many results. All right, so we're going to clear my leads. And we are going to send these to my portfolio. And I should just be able to sit and wait. And I can check on how we're going with these. We're still plowing through. We're probably about halfway, a little bit over halfway. Wait for this new batch of leads to run through. Let's see. I'm curious, if I did this while it's still loading, would I break this? What would happen if I created? Because I feel like some impatient knucklehead's gonna be like, bro, I just got to create these deals right now. Like, I got to create them right now. So let's just do it. Let's just do it. I want to see. Oh, snap, it's working. Okay. So we're creating these deals. Now they're in our database as far as our deal flow that we can choose to either send out the LOIs or get rid of them. These are the ones that have passed. So we're sending out those that have passed. So we're going to wait for that. I'm still waiting on this other list. Okay, cool. I'm going to download this agent list. So this was Houston. That's going to take a couple seconds for Deal Sauce. And while that's running, we're kind of doing multiple workflows at the same time. I should have been running this while I was cleaning up my leads from yesterday. It looks like we probably hit a, let's see. Oh, Oh, it looks like it created most of them. It may have run into an error on this last 140. Let me exit out of this and go check. Let's see, what market were we hitting? We were hitting Knoxville. So here's all the Knoxville leads right here. And for some reason, it looks like it got stuck on one, probably that last one it got stuck on. So let's go back and check this out. It's still going through and scoring that original list. So I was curious to see if that would work to create deals while that list was continuing to run. Looks like it actually is working. So that's that's good news. Okay, so all past moved to create. Yeah. Moved from past folder. So every one of those deals that I underwrote should get moved from what I'm looking at this. They really should get moved into the created folder, because now how am I going to delineate between which is the ones that passed and which is the ones that already got created? So that's the user experience problem I see here by looking at this. But I'm going to let this keep running through the list. And if I go and look at all of these are all the ones that passed underwriting. So it looks like of the ones that passed underwriting, 33 are missing agent informations. This is probably one of the larger lists I've attempted to send for LOI. So I want to see if it can handle that. Hold on one second. Let's check on this list. Oh, there was one thing I wanted to check on, actually. So let me check before I start blasting out all these LOIs. What is this? I don't think that's the file name. Let me make sure I download this file name. Yeah, I mean that EMD 500. Okay, cool. I need to see what does that file name come back as, because that looks a little weird. I'm just going to send this out manually, and I want to see what happens. And let's check out. So it looks like it finished running through that list, but it still got stuck on that last deal. Okay. So mission accomplished. It looks like I did break that file. Okay, so passed or failed. So when I created those deals in the middle of creating it, now I inadvertently, let me see if I can fix that real quick. Give me 1 second. Problem is they are all still sitting in the past folder, even though I created to be removed from the past folder into the All right, let's see if I can fix this here in a second. Give it a second. Oh, we're actually out of time anyways. All right, so that is it for today. So I'm gonna see if I can fix this thing real quick and get and delineate the past between the ones that ran and got created. That way I don't like get confused. Let's see. All right, so we're working through that change real quick. See if I can get that changed. Taking a while to get that fixed. All right, well, I'm going to wrap up, and what I'm going to be looking at doing later today is we're going to be doing an onboarding for a new user, and they are going to be walking through how to use the software. We're actually going to be working on how to claim the free leads. So there's free leads that get added onto the platform that have already been underwritten by MyBuyBox, and they've passed. So as a reward for creating his buy box, he's going to be able to claim free leads, but I have to release that feature first. So I'm going to be working on that between now and then we'll come back later this afternoon and check that out. So appreciate you watching, and I will be back later this afternoon. See ya.